always thinking, Nicole, and sorry, there's no oi, because I'm outside, and I'm kind of at the back of the property, and she has a habit, if a leaf blows, that she'll be gone. So, that wouldn't have been a good idea. I'm outside because it is absolutely beautiful. It was sunny, but now it's getting really, really cloudy. But what I wanted to talk to you guys, and I hope, this is the first time I've tried this. There's a highway over there, so I really hope that you don't keep hearing all these damn semis going by. Anyways, what I wanted to talk about today is, it's something, it's going to be hard to explain, and it's going to sound a little bit crazy. Lately, I have been feeling like I'm observing myself, like I'm me, I'm going about the actions of my life, but I'm actually like the real me. I'm like a step back or a step above, and I'm sort of watching. And while I'm watching, I'm doing something. I don't know if I'm learning, if I'm working at something. I don't know what it is. This also goes along with, I've heard some other people talk about, you know, bits of ourself, fractals, that it kind of feels like little fractals, little bits of yourself are coming together. You know, I don't know if this would be from parallel universes, parallel worlds, but that's exactly what this feeling feels like to me. It's really hard to put into words. Bugs. I'm sitting on a pond, actually, so there's all sorts of bugs flying around. It feels like there's all these different parts. Okay, let's just pretend. We're gonna pretend for a minute that, you know, there's me here talking to you guys, and maybe I'm doing this in another reality or another universe or world as well. And then there's another me here, and another one there, and another one there, and another one there, and whatever is happening with our reality and the different changes, it's almost like I'm integrating. I'm getting little bits of the different Nicoles. I told you it's when you say this out loud, it sounds really, really freaking crazy. Oh my god. Sometimes I wonder to myself that if somebody, like from my job or something, were to stumble across my video, how they would look at me the next day. But, and it's like I'm changing. My personality is changing. I'm changing it as a person, and it's not for the bad. I mean, but I'm changing. God, I can't put this into words. I hope you guys can help me out here. A lot of you guys are my viewers, and my subscribers are so smart, and a lot of times will make comments that make me go, oh, that is exactly it. I wish that I would have thought of that and said that in my video. But I mean, are any of you guys feeling, you know, this type of thing where you're sort of disassociated with yourself, like you're observing from the outside, and you're doing some sort of work, and there's all these little bits of you that are suddenly coming in that weren't there before, and you're sort of expanding and changing and growing. And I don't think it's like you would compare it with it in a spiritual sense or anything like that. But, you know, and I just sit here and I ponder off, and I'm looking at the pond, and I'm trying to think of how I want to say this. It's not coming to me. There comes the sun. I'm gonna start singing. No, I'm not gonna start singing. And the church bell. I suppose if you're a religious person, you're probably gonna be like, oh, what a coincidence. There was something else I wanted to. Okay, quick edit. I had to take a moment to try and remember what it was else that I wanted to say. Plus I turned because I thought, even though now I'm going to be squinting, I figured before I was probably in the shadows. I don't know, you probably still can't see me anymore, but that's okay. You can just listen to me and the birds. So one of the other things, okay, there's two things that I also wanted to mention. One that has been discussed recently with people that I've talked to personally now about all of this weirdness. You guys know who you are. They have brought up that lately they have been encountering people that that seem to know them. Or no, not seem to know, that they seem to know. That people that look familiar but they don't know. I'm trying to get this right. I think that's what it was. Because I know a lot of times I've had, you know, a lot of people that will say that they know me and I've never ever met them. But I think this was the opposite. That they see somebody and they recognize that person looks familiar to them, yet they don't know them. Never seen them before, but somehow they look familiar. So I don't know, any of you guys encountered that recently? My hair. Second thing that I wanted to mention was, have you guys seen the Schumman Resonance? It's normally at what I think 7.83 is what it's supposed to be. This is the, if you don't know what it is the frequency of the Earth. I think it was in 1952. I'm just going off the top of my head, so don't quote me. I might be getting some of these numbers wrong when they first came up with this. But it just, on May 8th, went up to 120 hertz. Now, me and my friends have talked about this, and my friends and I have talked about this as well. And, you know, is it our frequency raising, you know, the Earth's frequency? Is it vice versa? You know, that, I mean, I know when this happens, when we've had jumps in the Schumman resonance, a lot of us, you know, get more headaches, get more ear ringing, get more tired, get more cranky, that type of stuff. You know, so that was one thing. I'm actually starting to sweat a little bit. I'm not complaining. But that's one of the things that we have been discussing is, you know, is it, which came first, the chicken or the egg? Is it, you know, the Earth causing that with us, or are we causing that with the Earth, or, you know, is it a combination of the two? But I mean, fuck, that's a huge jump, 120 hertz. I mean, there's got to be something, and somebody else, I saw an article, had posted about HAARP, you know, maybe having something to do with, you know, altering the Earth's frequency. But yeah, those were the other two things I wanted to bring up real quick. And then just to go back to what I was saying before and wrap up this video, even though after I turn this off, I think I'm going to stay out here for a bit because it's beautiful. But yeah, if any of you guys have been experiencing this whole, you know, fractals of yourself sort of coming together and changing who you are, changing your personality for the better. You know, I don't mean when you suddenly you get extra cranky for no reason type of thing. I mean this sort of gradual, this changing of yourself, and you're sort of sitting out right outside watching this and letting it go and letting it, at least that's how I'm doing it. I hope this makes sense. I always feel like when I do these videos that I'm just rambling on like a complete moron, and you guys are all just scratching your heads going, what is this lady talking about? But anyways, okay, so on that note, after I just rambled and rambled, I hope that you all have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.